Welcome to Mirror Domains! Are you a Julia Roberts fan? This is my full live watch along for her new movie, Leave the World Behind, on Netflix. Also starring Ethan Hawke, Mahershala Ali, and Kevin Bacon. You know I like Kevin Bacon here, right? Yeah, I think he's playing like a bad guy in this or something. It's about like the end of the world, or like the power goes out, technology, some kind of cyber attack shuts down everything, and it's kind of like everything gets thrown into chaos. Hey, if you haven't watched one of these for me before, you guys know how this works. Piper in the live chat there says, hey, yeah, we're filming this live. So I will hit the play button on Netflix now, and I'll go through my little spiel here as the opening credits roll out. Yeah, obviously I can't show you the entire image here on the side due to copyright reasons, but I'll do my best with my little tips and tricks to let you know where I'm at within the movie so you guys can follow along with your copy. Just put a window up over mine and sync it, and we'll be watching it together for eternity here on the realm of Netflix and the channel Mirror Domains. Why do you have to talk like that? I don't know why. I just do. Hey, whatever. Ooh. Ominous music, huh? Is that satellite? Well, this does pertain to the world, so take off that music. And birds squawking. I might just have to adjust the alignment just a tad. I'm hyped about this because Julia Roberts usually doesn't make movies like this. Like she did when she was younger. She did Flatliners, which oddly enough also had Kevin Bacon in it. So that's cool. But Ethan Hawke, you know, he always brings it. Amanda.
What are you doing?
Well, I couldn't sleep.
A hellish year. So they're going to the beach?
Today. I figured if I made the reservation and packed our bags.
That's a big apartment. Lots of space. Or if maybe it's just that room. Or is that their house? Maybe that's their house.
I'm always down for a little vacay, especially with the kids. We haven't done that in a while.
Verve.
Make something of themselves. Make something of our.
She's still stunning, isn't she, guys? For her age still. Yeah, she's going to be one of those people like Helen Mirren. She'll be like 80 and still like, wow.
Accurate realization.
Oh.
I fucking hate people.
She hates people. Leave the world behind. Okay, so we got some music here. I don't know who this musician is, but it is a song, so we can't play it. See, now that's an opening scene, and it gave us some character, right? Up off the bat. Farrah McKenzie, Charlie Evans, Beth Bowling. Ow, that hurt. Why was I scratching underneath? Don't you know the underside of your chin is very sensitive, James? Yeah. But it felt like I had an itch. Maybe I needed to put on some skin bracer after I shaved. Oh well. So, where are we at? This movie comes in just under 2 hours and 10 minutes. So we'll be out of here around the 2:45 mark. Yeah, which is enough time for me to get out and go see The Boy and the Heron in theaters this afternoon. So we got two new movies opening up this weekend. Leave the World on Netflix, and then The Boy and the Heron in theaters. So if you're a movie fan, hey, yeah, this is a good time to tell you about other things on the channel. We do movie reviews for Godzilla Minus One, Saltburn, Napoleon.
At least.
Leave the World Behind.
Right? No, it's a cute little town. Actually, I think they call it a.
So we got the name of the movie there. Juan Soto. I heard that name on the radio. He was listening to a baseball game. Soto just went to the Yankees, right? So that's their kids.
Ride's closing.
Oh, internet froze. The Wi-Fi signal. Or, more music. Now, this is a little bit more up my alley than what they used for the opening credits. Interesting use of technology. Very early David Fincher-esque, about using kind of the transitions and the zoom-ins. Because I think they're marrying a helicopter shot here to a crane shot. Or maybe they did do this all with a drone. Talented drone operator if they did. Part 1, The House. Some say Otani is flying from Santa Ana to Toronto in the air right now. Yeah, there's the Otani watch that's on right now. Oh, that is a nice house. Interesting architecture with the stairs there with black railings. Yeah, who can afford a house like this on their vacation? They must make good money, huh?
Shelf booze right here.
Black Label? Some Glenfiddich? Or even higher end stuff? Well, those kids went to the pool right away. I used to be like that. As soon as we got to the campground, I'd be like, I'm going over to the pool.
I'll get this stuff from the car.
Interesting photography. The exposure on their faces there was really washed out, but it's a style choice, and I think it worked. Wow, the soundtrack. Like, this is the third song in 8 minutes that they're playing. Like, see the cinematography? It's very disorientating, right? With the weird over-the-top angles. And the director's doing that to try to create a sense of mood tone for us. That was a cut, by the way. When that thing went by, that was a cut. But they're trying to emulate it to make it seem like it's a seamless transition. We'll have to look at the director's credits after this. She's got a smile on her face, at least. She hates people, huh? That makes two of us. Oh. Oh, is that Mr. Bacon in the background? That's cool. That I want to see these two act together. Because of Flatliners. I want to watch Flatliners again, actually. It'd be cool if... Wouldn't it have been cool if Kiefer Sutherland was in this, too? That would be awesome. Did they know each other? They both looked at each other, and he was kind of like, oh. Some cigarettes.
Figured we're on vacation. Why not? I want you to have a good time.
Oh, he's got another idea, huh? Maybe. He tried.
The beach.
15 minutes? That's all I need. I didn't think that she would let him. So she doesn't like people, but she seems to be a loving, caring person to her husband and kids. Yeah, look at the cinematography. It's very cinematic. I could maybe see this on the big screen, perhaps. Nice white sands. Warm, but not hot, obviously, because if it was hot, you can't walk on the beach with just bare feet when it's really hot. Yeah, they've done a really good job of setting the tone. There's an unsettling nature behind all this, right? NYC beaches have needles. Oh yeah, that too. That sucks, Pfeiffer.
Look at that boat.
Tanker? Oh, is this that shot in the trailer that we've seen? But I thought it was Mahershala Ali that was on the beach when... Picnic? I like to dig and make castles, sand castles when I go to the beach. Yeah. How's this movie so far, James? Chris Schulwer in the live chat. So we're 12 minutes in. We're just 12 minutes in as a time marker. Coming up to 13 minutes.
You okay, Rose?
I think that ship is heading towards...
The ship has been heading towards us for quite some time, it seems like. We had our lunch. No, it's gonna hit. It's gonna run ashore. Get up.
Clay.
Don't ask for permission. Pick up your... Grab what's important to you and let's get back. That's eerie, isn't it?
Archie, come on, bud. Man, help us back up. Leave it already.
Yeah. Sound design. Hear that rumbling? Wow. Good mix. Wow. White Lion. It's weird because it was moving so slow. It wasn't pushing up a swell before it. It just ran aground. Like, obviously, the captain didn't call for an all stop. It's
Keep it moving, guys.
Excuse me, officer, you know what happened?
There's been a handful of these groundings up the coast.
so something to do with the nav system, navigation system. But you still have eyes. You could still, and they have overrides. You want a Starbucks? I'll have a Earl Grey, please.
You still gonna be down for burgers tonight?
TV's
Yeah,
on.
I could be down for that.
Burgers. I could go for a nice juicy burger. I would have a macchiato, Bifer says. Caramel. Oh, yeah, those are good. My God.
Come here, look.
Deer. Yeah, we've got deer in our woods nearby. You can see them time to time.
Wait, yes. Yes, I'm here to help.
So what is that supposed to represent? Like a moment of tranquility before it all hits the fan? Symbolism. Soundtrack. A lot of piano work. I admire that. Jenga.
You getting some more? Did you top me up?
Oh.
They're hitting that sauce. Yeah. Hmm? You hear
Did you
something?
hear that?
Her second book is
Yeah, there's a thud. A bat. And then somebody at the door. Yeah, I guess that's going to have to do. Yeah, have it handy. Enter
so sorry to
Mahershala
bother
Ali.
you.
Our new blade.
Well, can I help you?
I know it's late.
Yeah. I would be running fast off that beach if I saw that ship. Yeah, but it was moving so slow, Chris. It was weird.
Face to face. I'm GH. G.H. Scott.
G.H. Scott? Oh. Okay. Hmm. Look at that shot. How did they film that, guys?
Mailed back and forth with.
Oh, it's their house?
No, I remember the name.
So they rented it out for an Airbnb, right?
The phones are out.
Yeah, my phone doesn't seem to have service.
She's bitter about it. Okay, so Ethan Hawke's Clay's trying to smooth things over.
Sit down and, talk.
Mhm. He's trying to be accommodating. I'm guessing that they're going to try to say, well, it's our house. We would like to stay downstairs or something. Oh, that's the daughter. Okay.
Do you mind if I get a glass of water?
Well, with everything that's probably going on in the city right now, we didn't.
Yeah, Mahershala daughter was in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. Oh, was he? Okay. She's really driving that home.
You want to stay here, but we're staying here.
Ooh, he's just acquiesces like that, huh?
Of course, we understand.
I know it's a surprise, but we thought maybe if you.
Our house, yeah. You've said that before in that tone.
You want us to leave? It's the middle of the night. My children are sleeping upstairs. You come.
Yeah, this is a weird oddball situation.
All right, well,
And
the phone.
remember, just say that it makes you feel uncomfortable. Yeah. People that say that they live here, but
People
we
I
can't
don't
prove it.
know. It's a blackout.
Is he going to do something to prove that it is? The high-end alcohol? Just to prove that Barbarian did a better Airbnb problem, yeah. No, I haven't done a watch along for Bodies, 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 Chris. I'd like to. See, you don't know what's in those drawers. And there's a piece. Yeah.
$1,000.
I'd be very grateful.
It is a weird situation, right? Like how, like, okay, so he's giving you a little bit of evidence.
It's a blackout. Well, you think they're lying? I mean, it's...
Yeah. Yeah, why didn't they go to a hotel?
Well, we didn't ask for any proof. I didn't hear their car, did you?
Yeah. Yeah, you have to go through this scenario. I vote no. Mahershala should leave.
Strangers in the house. Rose is right down the hall.
God. Well, you said it. Your brain went there first. Yeah.
Part of the story.
I don't think they made that up. I mean, that's probably why the...
It's a really, like, you got alcohol there and you're going to put a small cash, um, lump of cash underneath of it. Okay, my first pitch would be, okay, can we use the guest room? No. Okay, in the garage, there's a tent and stuff. I want to set up something in the backyard. I'm sorry. I know it sucks. It's going to suck for us. It's going to be a tough 12, 18 hours here. Rough night for us. I know it sucks, but we won't disturb you. We won't come in to try to use the washroom or anything. Just know that this property is fine. He's been hitting it. He's been hitting the wine before.
That is a heck of a cocktail. You should try this, babe. I think you dig it.
No. Yeah, you don't drink anything from people you don't know. You don't drink anything, even like in public places. If, like, say you order a couple of drinks from somebody and you don't know them, you don't drink it, man.
Had a great contractor. A lot of little details were his idea.
Got her in the city.
Well, she's on a work trip in Morocco.
Art dealer. Yeah. Park Slope House start at 3 mil, Pfeiffer says. Oh yeah, you know that area, right? He doesn't have it?
Checked at the symphony, and all the commotion, I must have forgotten it there.
Well, yeah. So they're lying about something. And that's cool that she sniffed it out.
Well, we're only talking about a blackout here.
Hey, come on. Like, Ruth's really bitter about something, isn't she? She got a chip on her shoulder. And if you know what, if she feels upset about it, then just say, I'm going to stay awake by the door. I'll sleep by the door. You just sleep light.
What do you get to do tomorrow there? Laundry?
Hey, it's better than nothing. Actually, that looks cozy. What do you mean? If you're father, daughter, you're both sleeping on the bed.
They need to think everything's gonna be okay.
So they know something. Then they're lying about something. Their whole basement is better than my whole house, yeah. Do you actually think that this is their house, or do you think they took the keys and everything from the actual people's house? Until they know more. What? Yeah, look at these pans. This is very David Fincher-esque, like Panic Room. Fincher used a lot of this kind of technique in Panic Room, right? It's eerie. Yeah, she was.
It's so personal.
I didn't like her tone.
Listen to much more of that.
Yeah, there would be pictures.
Sir.
There's something off about them.
I agree. There is something off.
That it would confirm something.
That things are about to really hit the fan. You've got no phones. You got no internet. You got no TV that's stuck on an emergency warning. You got to try to figure out some way to get information, some kind of intelligence as to what's happening. Cyber attack across the country, it said. And now we got snow. The part 2, the curve. Where are we at? 34 minutes in, guys, and I'm hooked. I'm hooked in. I'm on this ride. Living in Brooklyn during an emergency, I wish I owned a bunker upstate, yeah. Well, one of the first things, if it ever does go awry, is to get out of any well-populated area. Talking about Friends. And Julia was in Friends for like a cameo, right?
The old things over and over again.
Reruns. Seriously.
This isn't fair. It's a vacation.
Still sleeping when there's sunlight. As soon as the light breaks, he should be up and trying to sort out the situation. Oh, look at the background. Water. Symbolism. Did you steal that, James? A little bit. Okay, so she's got some, looks like she got some signal. The Wi-Fi, she got some bars at some point, and messages came through. Just pull down two fingers.
Breaking, but then it was just gibberish, no words, just ran.
See, this is how artificial intelligence would attack us. They wouldn't hit us with bombs first. They would knock everything out. Nonplussed?
On our house? I trusted you to handle this.
Yeah, you need some reconnaissance.
Expensive.
Some coffee?
They had a problem, and they weren't far from here, so they...
That long dolly shot. Means that there's no signal.
No one's going on the roof.
Yeah, they don't use the antenna.
I'm definitely not going up on.
I'll go up on the roof. No worries. Yeah, the kids don't know what rabbit ears are. Cinematography, man. Look at this. That's an interesting shot. More deer. Okay, but if there's a cyber attack, why would that affect the wildlife? See, I think if the AI was going to attack us, yeah, they would cut out the power to everything, cut off our communications, our ability to withdraw funds from banks and stuff. And then I would unleash a bioweapon of some kind that would wipe out anything biological, right? That's what AI would do. They wouldn't drop A-bombs or anything to destroy everything, destroy the infrastructure, because AI would need that infrastructure to maintain itself. And there's a lot more deer there. And the music. Really eerie, man. Contrasted with silence. So we had that music
something about hackers being behind it.
Hackers.
Hackers.
Where are the power plants?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, bye for saying that we got problems. Let me check my stats. No, I got green across the board here. Let me check my stream health is excellent. Stream is healthy. It doesn't say dropped frames. Yeah. Could have been just a hiccup in the stream. Maybe it was AI technology saying that they don't like to be. I was trashing them there, wasn't I? I was giving away their master plan on how they would take us over.
Huh. I would not have guessed that.
Why would you?
Not to rush into anything. The last thing that I want is to be sucked into a career.
Hey, you're never too old to re-enter the workforce.
You often see no one here around this time, but I'll drive over anyway and check.
He's acting weird, isn't he? The alerts. Nuclear meltdown. Well, that's another way they could do it. Irradiate everything. Although he'd still be worried that it would damage the infrastructure. But it seems like he knows something about what's actually happening. Like maybe he had a hand in it.
There's a computer worm spread throughout the internet back in 2000.
In the Philippines. Could be just as innocent as that.
Because they're trying to play the angle that Mahershala Ali and the daughter are home invaders that have stolen somebody else's identity. They're trying to play that angle into it, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe the boat is not connected to this at all. So that glass window wasn't there. See how the camera panned from inside to out?
Do you remember that time the three of us went to Italy?
What happened in Italy? Another scam like this? This will be the test. You go out and you try to find some other information from other town members and stuff, right? Where's Kevin Bacon going to fit it all into this? We're 45 minutes in, and we've only seen Bacon once. So no GPS in the car is working. You hear a plane. Is it going to try to make a landing? That was weird. Okay, so she had keys to this room, and she had a box. Vape. She had a vape pen there. The Huxleys. So it's almost like maybe they tried this on the Huxleys first. That's how he knew that the name was going to be Huxleys. Are you getting these? Just tried, but they're going through. Are you at the airport yet? We're headed to Long Island. Call when you can. So why don't you want to contact your wife? Why aren't you responding? Please tell me you're okay. Not delivered. Oh, okay. Oh, so he went to he went to grab the piece. Now that's some fab tone guitar distortion right there. To be young and having those hormones are raging. Don't be gross, James. You don't know how old these people are. Yeah, good point. To see if any deer come out. There's a horsey. Horsey out by the road all by himself. He's on the other side of the gate. Of the fence.
Fallout from the ongoing cyber attack has led to a catastrophic environmental disaster in the South.
Okay, so it does seem confirmed that there is a cyber attack happening. It is crazy to think about how much our society is attached to technology, right? And how easily everything could fall apart. But we need some definitive answers here. They can't leave it ambiguous like this. Of is it or isn't it? Well, James, didn't you just hear it on the radio? Okay, but then why is this house all demolished? There wasn't a tornado or nothing. This looks like it was hit by looters or something. Soundtrack is effective too. Oh. Stop zooming in on that, dude.
They were trying to tell us something.
Like they're trying to tell us something. Now go exploring then. Yeah. You would want to read the terrain, what's around the house. It's wet.
I let myself in.
I'm thinking that this was looters. So does he not know where he's going either? Yeah, this is why you always still carry like some kind of road map, like actual paper map.
Pare, señor. Hello.
Okay. All right, there's a shack. The kid can't hang with his GF at Ashbury Park. Hey, it could be some weirdo out in the woods living there, squatting. You don't want to go in there. So what's he looking for? What's he looking for? First aid kit? Or some kind of old radio phone? I don't speak Spanish and they're not translating it. Yeah, like an old school radio phone, satellite phone. Again, you're looking for information. Yeah, they've got to progress the story here. Bring us to the next step. Let us know that it's all hitting the fan. Let us know that we're under attack from either other people or something, right? Made what impression? Oh, they slept in the leaves? Yeah. Movie plot device. If you show us a pew 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 pew, they'll be used later on. Oh yeah, the gun. Good call, Bifer. Yeah. The gun will come into play in some fashion. You don't show us it for no reason. Looks like there's some water damage on that roof. I don't understand Spanish. They're not translating it.
So we can see.
See the house. Okay, why are you crying out here in the middle of nowhere? Where did you come from? Point. Okay, so she warning him not to go into town? Because there would be looters, right? Rioters, people. Well, once the law comes down, yes, people become savages. They do terrible things to each other. And that's why you would want weapons. Is that a watch? The room that she was sleeping in. Okay, they gotta show us something. Was that a crop duster? It feels like we're building up to a reveal here. Is that an arm? Severed arm? Oh, plane crash. Oh, wow. Cinematography has been really on point. Creative shots. So did he stumble upon a plane crash? His wife's plane crash, maybe? Yeah, what's in that? Why is it red? If it's crop dusting, it's still a pesticide. You wouldn't want it on you. In a concentrated mix.
That light right up to you.
Okay, so a plane did come down. If you knocked out the... Oh, it's just flyers. But he was really freaking out about it.
Joke.
Typically, no. They do go in packs, but at times, but not big herds. Yeah. The Spanish lady was saying, thank God I'm trying to get back to my house walking. And you can use your phone. This isn't good. The first person I've seen all day. Okay. Uh-oh. Is there another one coming down? Why are they all aiming for the shoreline? That's weird. Are they maybe... Oh, they just see the long stretch of grass. Holy cow. Sound design. Sound. Wow. A plane, red plane gas. No, it was like pamphlets. They were like red pamphlets or something that fell on the car, didn't it? These two are really chirping at each other, aren't they? And I don't know if this would be the time that I would be drinking, because I would want to be sharp. I need to know what's happening with Ethan Hawke. Clay.
Do you know?
Nostalgia for a time that never existed. The framing. You don't know these woods. Is that a tick? Uh-oh, that's a tick. Yeah, you got to watch out for ticks. You don't want Lyme disease, man. Especially in times like this. This is why you don't go into woods with long pants and long sleeves on, man. There was another deer. There's something going on with the symbolism of the deer. I'm not quite understanding it yet. I think I'd hit the ball if the end of the world was near. Yeah, if for a definitive fact, like tomorrow the sun's going to blow up and everything in our system's going to get blown up, I'd be the first one. Hand it over, man. You expect me to go out sober? Yeah, there's a plane crash. So why is he lying? You're lying.
Afraid this is the only change of clothes I had downstairs.
She's just going to go up and help herself.
A while ago, before all this happened.
The market? The stock market? The trading?
Patterns that govern the world. You have to learn how to read the curve.
Cool, thanks, Chris. Yeah.
I tried to use it, but it didn't work even though it had enough juice.
You think something happened to our satellites?
Yeah. Okay, so he told her. Maybe he didn't want to tell the daughter to get her worried. So he's trying to protect her, I suppose. Maybe that's why. I think we need to start looking at the backgrounds of things.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Explosions? Or is it another plane coming down? Ooh. So that's outside. That noise is outside. How would it be getting inside the house, though? Like if you turn off everything and there's no power to anything. Like the horn of the rapture, right? Symbolic of whose horn was it? Was it Gabriel's horn that blew down Jerusalem? That blew down Sodom and Gomorrah? Was that? Do you see like the symbolism, right? The Noise. Part 3. Weird, man. I would, if I will get the 4K of this on, if you can get this in 4K, Chris, you can try to look for a copy of this. Netflix doesn't usually put their movies out on physical media, do they? Get a straw to breathe, jump in the water to stop the sound. Yeah, that's a good idea, Bifer. Jump in the bathtub or... You're gonna have to wear ear protectors. Put in your earbuds. Or except just get some cotton balls and put them in. No. Fighter planes do, but
Archie, why don't you go get
they don't
changed?
sound like that. It's just like one crack and that's it when they break the barrier. So you're gonna have to make some assumptions, man. That we're not gonna be able to acquire food.
Yeah.
The only food that we may have is in this house. I would start getting food from that. Go back to the neighbor's house, although it already looked like it was pillaged.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed?
The sound reminds me of 1 million cicadas chirping, Viper says. Yeah.
We wait for Clay to come back and we see what he's learned.
So Joshua had priests blow their horns. It was Joshua? Okay, yeah. And took down the walls of Jericho. Yeah, the walls of Jericho. That's what I was thinking of. Apparently, okay. But it was sort of like that, right?
My dad is right.
Oof,
We're safe
careful.
here. We should just sit tight.
Yeah,
How do you know that?
she's freaking out now. Oh, now
What?
he...
What?
Oh,
She's an
he...
adult.
Because the mother was on the plane. Because the mother was on the plane. That's why he didn't want to tell her.
Golly, I wonder what it is about us that makes you so mistrustful.
Okay, so no, they're trying to bring in the racial card here, but don't bring that. Don't do that, writer. The writer of the script. You want to bring that in, but don't bring that in. Because we're dealing with an apocalyptic scenario here. I don't want that card played because there's a more serious thing at hand here. Preservation. You're going to have to pool our resources to work together to survive. Because...
At the market in town yesterday,
Kevin Bacon. See, she pays attention to everybody.
Danny. He's the contractor I was telling you about.
Oh, he built the place.
Where are the kids?
Everyone's here. Everyone's okay.
And Mahershala Ali's like delivering his lines in a very calming way, isn't he?
what do you mean? Where have you been? What were you doing? I was going crazy.
Oh, look at the water. Was that just the cup or was the water bluish? Hold on, I want to come back to that. Where are we at? 1:10, like the water. snake. Is that Arabic? Death to America. Terrorist. That's what it says.
I mean,
Okay, but then why would a small private plane be carrying messages like that?
We're not going to the city. We're going to my sister's in Jersey.
Yeah.
I really appreciate you taking care of us. I do.
I don't think they're... I don't know. What would you guys do, man? Because you're in a safe place for now. Going to the city, as I said, you want to get out of any heavy populated area as quickly as possible. Because people will eat each other. It is true what the Joker said, that, you know, when the chips are down, people will tear each other apart.
your mother's plane wouldn't be flying over here. It wasn't the same airline.
Look, see how they're framed. They're just in the bottom part of the frame, like down here. Is there something going on in the background we need to look at?
Has information about what's going on. It's crazy we haven't seen anyone.
You didn't take any food with you? You didn't pack sandwiches or anything?
On this one day and laugh, I guarantee you.
You hear the horn?
From hell.
You hear the horn, right?
Things get funny.
The air raid horn?
I thought you were napping, honey.
You're coming up on a blockade of cars that have stopped. And you don't want to get trapped in there. Don't let people come in behind you and block you in. Stop far enough back so that if you have to turn around, you got to. They really seem to be focusing in on the dramatic side of things, which is maybe this is why Julia was attracted to this role, because they're doing it on a much more personal psychological level than the typical Hollywood route of, oh, they're all Teslas. Yeah. Yeah, they're all brand new. So he said that they're all brand new, but it's a little bit like Knock at the Cabin, right? They're getting little bits of information, fully self-driving capability. Oh, this is the shot in my thumbnail. No, it's going to crash into you. There's nobody in there. Get back. Get back. No. Yeah. Wow, the cinematography on this has been really awesome. And the director's using it really well. Okay, so they're right beside the expressway that's already all jammed up. And there was nobody, no people traffic? There was no people on foot? Ah, the tables have turned. Now you want back in the house. Part 4, The Flood. We are sort of going some kind of biblical references here, right? The flood, the sirens that are emulating things that are supposed to happen during the rapture. Again, there she is hitting the sauce. She can't handle it, man. Yeah.
We stay here till we know more.
But that's what the computers would want us to do. They would want us to stop there, to be stuck there so they know where to wipe us out, right?
We just need to make a plan. We
ration food, go to the houses near you, get more food, start barricading, create like a safe zone that you can all retreat to. Create a plan that if you have to leave the house, where do you go? Where do you meet up? Dude, this is not the time to be doing that. Tugging one out. God. Well, as I said earlier, he is young. That's what guys do. Eesh. Wait until an army of T-1000 show up. There'll all be fireworks, yeah. Ration water, man. You can't have a tub, a bathing. Oh.
That's what they say to do for
Water.
You know, water.
Okay, so that's what he's doing. That's smart. Huh. She's really forward and gross. She's got a real chip on her shoulder, doesn't she? I don't trust her. And this is not the time to get lit either. Oh, what was that? There's something out there on the lawn. What was that? Damn it, I missed it. Was that another deer? Deer's going to come through the window, isn't it? And she's hitting that sauce really hard.
Like this. Has been about people.
feel real sorry for you then.
Why is that?
She's definitely jaded. I'm getting the feeling that she liked playing this role. She enjoyed this experience because she's going to some really kind of dark territory, right? And you're bouncing off another good actor like Mahershala. And Ethan Hawke. Still don't know how Kevin Bacon fits into all this. I'm sure he's going to come in somehow.
Sorry. Some of my smartest clients have lost a lot of money.
That's metaphorical. That's metaphorical, right? Because we're an hour and 20 minutes into this and we still haven't gotten to Kevin Bacon? I thought he was going to be like the bad guy, but I guess not.
Expense.
Who was in the shack? Why was that? Why did they go to the shack? The quiet is so noisy. Yeah, because you get used to the sound.
People.
I miss that.
Look at that smile she has, ma'am.
Knee surgery. Twisted it up pretty bad playing ball down at the Y.
Because it was falling apart in the city. That's why he came here. There were riots, probably. Hmm.
Hush, top secret money from the Pentagon. Perhaps the most powerful.
I wouldn't know anything about that, sir.
You're already hitting the sauce.
What I asked.
Yeah.
And he. You know, just my annual meeting.
The Illuminati is what he's alluding to, right?
My friend calls me up. No. And we're talking some big numbers, even for him.
Hundreds of millions. the elite would have a jump on it. Would think that they would. You think Elon or Branson, Pfeiffer?
Take care of yourself.
That he was maybe trying to tip him off that something was going to happen.
Somehow behind what's happening here?
No, nothing like.
But they would have wind of it. Like they knew that the technology was getting too far ahead of them.
The best, even the most powerful people can hope for is a heads up.
And they would have their bunkers deep in the ground with decades of supplies. You ain't kidding. That was a good scene, though. And Mahershala did a lot of the heavy lifting on that one. That was a good monologue, eh? Yeah, they shoehorned them getting back together in the last 2 episodes or 3 episodes of this series, right? Because it was Joey and Rachel, wasn't it? And then because the series was ending, they put Ross back in to appease the fans. That's why I didn't like it. Hmm. Where are we going? And coming up to an hour and a half. An hour and a half, guys. About 40 minutes left in this movie. Third act.
I got lost today
It is raining.
when I went out this morning. And then, I turned around and then I got
Hmm.
on the road.
Spanish.
She waved. A really big boat. It's red. Well,
Yeah.
We're going to defend ourselves.
I cannot believe we're having this conversation.
Oh, if we were under attack, do you think that they intentionally grounded themselves so that that oil would be retained by us?
What was that?
What are those, flamingos? They came up from the south? That's weird. They wouldn't like that water, though, because they could taste the chlorine. That is an impressive collection.
You want to listen to jazz?
Sure, why not?
Give me some Echo and the Bunnymen. Why did you bring her in there? Too close. We now pause for a dance number from Julia Roberts and Mahershala Ali. Oh, she's taking off her sweater. Oh, I can't play it because of the music. Whoops. That was dangerous, James. That was dangerous. Hopefully we don't get flagged for it. This is weird. This is a weird decision. Maybe it's the sauce that's talking, right? As long as they don't do anything weird like kiss. Don't you know the cardinal rule of dancing for guys, Mahershala? Guys are not supposed to put their elbows above their shoulders when they dance. It's a weird thing. I don't get it. Uh-oh. Don't kiss. We don't need that kind of thing. Okay, now she's yeah. So they're admitting that they like each other? Because she was in the plane and all the planes didn't come down. This is why you don't drink, guys. Because you get modeling a little bit and you make decisions here that you don't necessarily want to do that will just ruin things. Like, you're really surprised that nobody else has come a call in yet. Which is when the heck is Kevin Bacon going to be in this movie? So it's a sonic boom loud enough to throw the needle off of to scare the birds away. Crack the windows. Yeah, get under the water. I jump in the pool. And that's the way you're going to have to start sleeping too. He's a little warm. See, and one of the worst things that could happen is you would get sick. Okay.
Town and everyone should leave. But the man doesn't go anywhere because he prays every day.
God doesn't. Okay, the shack in the woods has to come back into play somehow. There has to be a purpose for them going out and finding the shack.
This is about Rose.
Okay. And if it is, again, food, start barricading parts of the house off. You got all these windows. Get medications, Tylenol, bandages, disinfectant, sewing needle and stuff.
It's just us now, isn't it? It remains, I don't trust them.
Well, you were the one pushing the buttons to see if he would, girl. He'd never, you brought that up. Because most men are decent. They would never even broach that.
Even Mom would agree with me on that.
Again, you're bringing in the race card here, not them. Pfeiffer says, I haven't seen this movie, but I have a theory. They are on a Truman Show soundstage to see how humans react to no technology. Maybe. I don't think so, though. I mean, they're showing Earth. They're showing that the satellites were coming down. An eclipse. Symbolism. That too. You don't go off, leave outside of the house without letting somebody else know. Come on, we've all seen zombie apocalypse stuff.
Look at you and take your temperature. You were pretty warm last night.
Yeah, he's got a fever.
What is that? What?
He's cough up blood.
What do you...
Ew. Ew. His teeth are falling out. Don't keep on pulling them out, man. She's dreaming. She's dreaming.
That. Clay.
Don't pull them out, man. Now, what would cause that? Vitamin C deficiency?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Well,
And this would be
okay.
what you would not want to have happen, is you getting sick. Part 5, the last one. Would radiation cause tooth loss? Yeah, radiation might. Are they in some kind of a fallout? Contaminated water, perhaps? Yeah.
A bug bit me yesterday in the woods.
That must be it then.
Lyme disease usually takes a little while to kick in, though. And it's very hard to diagnose.
Besides, if the roads are jammed, no one will be there to help us anyway.
Well, we have...
You don't know where the nearest hospital is? So enter Kevin Bacon.
Promise you, I'll get your son some help.
Everywhere, and she's not here.
Well, she could... Took one of the bikes. Where would she go?
Do you have any idea where your sister might be?
Not alone, you're not. Uh-oh, crap.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but you don't know what if he's contagious? Yeah.
Whatever it is, it's happening to Archie, it's happening to all of us.
I'll be back.
It won't work.
You're gonna run out of juice. Maybe I need to put my battery back in my wristwatch. That's what it's thinking, right? Because if it goes down and we lose we won't be able to tell time and stuff like that. At least with the wristwatches that were like the old school. I got a Seiko that I don't wear because it's just kind of like I don't need it because I got my phone that tells the time, right? I hate that panic of like I don't know where you are. I'm searching all over as best as I can. Why can't you just be where it would be logical, right? I hate that. It happened to me over the summer when my niece went to the washroom and she was gone for a long time and this was at the ballpark and I was like, okay, this is the only washroom that you could have gone into. Where are you? Where are you? And I was like, I hate that feeling.
I don't know, but he will help us. I want to get the fuck away.
You you live here and you don't know whose shed this is? Looks like they got tools. I see an axe, shovel, some shears.
I have nothing to go home to but them. Do you understand that?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do about that.
I just move and it keeps time. Yeah, mine's got a. It takes a battery, but if I wave my hand like this, it winds it. Ah, yeah. Why are you angry at everything? We started off the movie with that. You don't like people.
The sick thing is, I think deep down we know we're not fooling anyone. I think we know we're living a lie.
And that's what this movie's about. That's basically what the theme of what this movie's about in a nutshell.
And I know I say I hate people, but
animals. There's a herd going by or something. Again, we zoom out through the cracks in the ceiling. Wow. Okay, so this will be not the warmest of welcomes, right? Oh, he's got a young one there too, so he's probably going to be armed.
Do you think Taylor's okay?
Taylor Swift? Do you think Taylor's okay? Taylor Swift? Yeah. Well, I wish she would be okay. If she was with me, she would be okay. She's probably got enough resources that, as long as she wasn't flying anywhere or in a brigade of self-driving Teslas.
Sorry to bother you at home like this.
I'm gonna need you.
Yeah. Lifer says, thanks for the movie. Put a $20 live chat badge. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate it. So he's taking precautions, obviously. But you can see that they're not armed. Well, you don't know. I guess he could have a piece in the back.
What can I do for you? Well, that's a lucky break for your family.
Yeah. With that
You know
noise.
something about the noise?
Well, it's not.
Oh, yeah. An audio. Yeah, there's a weapon that was used. Some kind of auditory weapon.
This has to be what they were chattering about.
Chatter, what are you...
Yeah, that's not good. When they call the embassies all back in.
Pray, whatever works for you.
We're gonna need more than just prayers. We're friends.
That's the old way, George.
You sing. Yeah.
Bringing him here. Now, if you have some medicine that can help him...
Something.
Just let them know that you understand that the severity of the situation. Just a little bit of help. If there's anything, and then we'll walk away. Then just tell them, well, if there's anything that you can do, please, and then we'll walk away. Because we're not going to ask to come inside. We're not asking to stay. Just a little bit of help here. And here's a little bit of gratitude, some money. I know it may not mean much, but okay, so tire tracks.
You're in a difficult position.
Yeah, because if you don't know exactly what the sickness is,
Bye, and good luck. Permits and nothing. A buddy of mine worked on it. He wouldn't even show me the plans. Now.
Doomsday Bunker. Yeah. He's doing what it's a hard choice. Okay, what are the deer doing? This is weird. Are they gonna ram her? Or did they... Yeah, that's weird. Okay, that's what you got to say. Fine. You don't draw on him. Don't draw. God's sakes. And I don't know if you want to threaten him like that either, man. Oh, God, guys. So they're both screaming. The mother and daughter and him are screaming. There's a weird parallel going on here.
Is if you get back in your vehicle and drive away now.
I can barely do anything without
Ethan
my
Hawke.
cell phone. And I don't know what to do. But it's like you said, I...
So that spooked them. But why were they attracted to them in the first place? That's weird. Was that there just to prove that she would protect her so that they could bond and learn to trust each other. Was that why that happened? I don't know what's going to happen with. Did he accept the deal? Looks like they got the medication.
It's still cash, so it's not really a barter system.
Koreans. Was that a shot at the C word?
Everywhere. It means death to America, so...
I heard from a friend of mine in San Diego about a similar event. You sure would have known if it looked like that.
So the AI is just trying to throw people off their scent by using different languages? That there would be more, yeah, there'll be more than one AI intelligence. We assume that AI would just be one big collective intelligence like the Borg. But no, there'd be two, maybe a couple of them that would gain consciousness, sentience,
There's more bike tracks up ahead.
that the animals are trying to warn them. Where are we at? 2 hours and 3 minutes. So this is going to wrap up really quick.
Not going anywhere without Rosie.
Is there people? What is she seeing? Oh, is that their house? Were they just there? Is Kevin Bacon going to shoot? No, I didn't. Say thank you.
I need to know that you're on the level with me.
Yeah. They got to get to that bunker. Do you think that a launch is imminent?
You'll call me crazy because it is crazy.
Now putting in fail safes to shut down the AI.
I spent a lot of time studying the cost-benefit analysis of military campaigns.
Skynet.
Make the target as deaf, dumb, and paralyzed.
Yeah.
done successfully, the third stage would happen on its own.
Chaos.
Civil War.
So maybe it wasn't AI then? It still was. Got to get to that bunker, or you got to get to the hills, man. You got to get to the hills, find some remote location. Remember, if it takes you weeks to get up to a remote location out in the mountains, it's going to take people remote weeks to come up there and find you. Find like a big place where there's fresh water, where there's animals, so you can eat. Build shelters, find caves, I don't know, anything. You do what you have to do to survive. Is that the daughter? She trampled? Or is that the city? Is that a bomb? Or just a fire? No, this is just a fire. Okay, so that is the city. You hear the guns. You're in danger. So she rode the bike to a neighbor's house. Just like that, huh? The Thorns. They're the ones that would have the bunker. She broke in. But I don't understand, why would the animals be trying to warn us? The animals wouldn't care. They wouldn't know what's going on. And wildlife would be like one of the first casualties. Well, no, not the wild animals. But things like, not even like squirrels and stuff, I think. They would be able to survive. So she pillaged the house. Some Pop-Tarts. So I'm guessing they're all going to meet up here in the house and they'll find the bunker and then they'll just hunker down and that'll be the end of the movie. They'll leave the world behind. I thought something might happen, like somebody might get shot. The walls were red. Did you guys see that? Is she going to get shot just prowling around this house? There's the door. Not very conspicuous, is it? I wonder what's behind that door. Shocked that it's opened. Well, they said that they would be gone, right? Why are you touching dials? Kids, man. Yeah, it's a bunker. That's what you want. Just make sure there's no countdown timer to close the door once you press certain buttons. White House and major cities under attack. Armed forces. Elevated radiation levels detected near multiple population centers. Okay, so maybe it was radiation that made his teeth fall out. You're not very smart, girl. As soon as you see this, you don't just hang around. You go back to your family, for God's sakes. And there's the TV. Ooh, I get to watch Friends. You're killing yourself there. There's a big library of physical media. Oh, this is where you would want a friend like Chris Schober, who would have he'd have all the movies and stuff. Final season of Friends, she finally gets to see. She needs her fix. All right, this frustrates me. The ignorance here, because we got to be closing out soon, right? They're all going to come and find her and say, okay, this is... What? What? That's it? All right, so what? Are we going to have to assume that they all fine? Yeah, that ending that was a little bit frustrating. Watching Friends, the point in considering Matthew Perry has passed. It's just... Okay, so we just assume that they all meet up and go into the bunker. That's my ending, right? Any post-credit scene? No post-credit. So I'm assuming that... that's what happened. That they all went down to the bunker because that's what they said. Kevin Bacon doesn't really come into the ending. I thought he was gonna be like the human threat of kind of thing, right? But the point was well taken, I suppose. We don't know if it was humans that caused it, but we still... Do we need to know for the purposes of this story? No. It's a little bit of... I'm getting like notes of A Quiet Place or Bird Box, where here's the doomsday scenario of the world falling apart. This is like day one for them. Other things could happen in this universe, I would say. Like, yeah, they could do a story of like, okay, show us now of people in the city dealing with this situation, right? Of this event. Kind of like what Bird Box Barcelona did, right? In a different part of the world. I liked it. I like this movie, but I don't think it's going to be for everybody. And I'll tell you, because of the way that the trailers made it play out, I thought it was going to be, okay, yeah, it's kind of like the end of the world, but there would be more of a human threat kind of thing. Like, that's why we would see Kevin Bacon. That's why I was saying throughout that I thought that Kevin Bacon was going to be like the main threat. And it was much more of a psychological examination of this family and Mahershala Ali and his daughter kind of trying to reconcile of what exactly is happening here, right? We didn't really get any definitive answers. Byford says in the live chat, mystery boxes nonstop. Yeah. But within the confines of the story, I think it accomplished what it wanted to, because a lot of it was dialogue driven. I think it accomplished what it wanted to, but I don't think that it's going to be for everybody. But I liked it. I liked it a lot, actually. Let's go over to the IMDb and take a look at the rest of the cast here. The director. We wanted to take a look at Samuel Esmail. His resume. I didn't like Mayala. I really didn't like her character. Farrah McKenzie played Rose. Yeah, I don't like the way she was acting towards the end. So there was radiation that was causing his teeth to fall out. But then if he got irradiated, wouldn't Rose as well? she would be starting to lose her teeth, right? But at least then you would know that it was radiation sickness. And if Kevin Bacon's character knew about that fallout shelter, why didn't he go for it? Unless he's got a fallout shelter of his own, right? It did have some really bold ideas in there. I think pacing will be an issue for some people. It does slow down a lot between the climax point of the second act. Well, it happened in 5 parts, so it's kind of like, yeah. So it's kind of like a mix between A Quiet Place, a little bit like Bird Box, but much more dramatic. Cinematography, and I would say directing was pretty good. Acting was good. So what else did this Sam Esmail do? Let's take a look. He produced, no, I don't want his producing. I want his directing credits first, please. He's directing a TV show called Metropolis. He did some TV shows, Mr. Robot, Homecoming. And that was about it. He did one short called Deep Down in Florida and a movie called Comet. Very interesting. Greenland starring Gerard Butler was better than Leave the World Behind. I think I appreciated it because of you don't think of Julia Roberts doing a role like this. And that one monologue that Mahershala Ali had about knowing what world governments do and stuff like that, that was haunting. It went down some avenues that I wish that we didn't, like her character trying to see if the father would try to seduce her or something like that. We don't need to go there. And pulling the race card too, I don't know if we needed to go down that route. That'll rub people the wrong way. I overlook it because I'm looking overall at the bigger picture of what this movie was trying to accomplish. There was just a bunch of scenes of how these people and these characters would react into it. That's what I wanted to go back. Okay, so we do have a little bit of time before I have to get out of here. Let's go to the tomato meter quickly. 76 by critics, 62 by the audience. And I think, as I predicted here, critics will appreciate what they were trying to do, structurally and narratively. But as casual movie fans, this may be a little bit too strong. And I think 62% there by the audience score does reflect that. I would recommend it for movie fans and cinephiles. If you're a fan of Julia Roberts, you will want to watch it. Ethan Hawke, you'll be wanting to watch it. Mahershala Ali, you will want to watch it. Kevin Bacon was effective for the small role that he had, but it was kind of like, well, we know why, okay? Washington Post, it plays like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Yeah, a little bit like Knock at the Cabin, right? It definitely had, yeah, Knock at the Cabin, Quiet Place, right? But without supernatural element. With a thick vein of social critique running throughout, what happens may be extreme, but it feels based on a mundane reality. Well, yeah, and then there's that speech of what Julia Roberts had in The Shed, where she was talking about how it's all a big kind of lie. We all delude ourselves that we're all playing this game of society, being nice to each other, when we really don't want to be nice to each other, that we would be at each other's throats. New York Times didn't like it. Though the main cast are accomplished, beautiful, and intermittently interesting, they feel out of place in a movie that ought to have been a lot more scary and a lot more subdued. Vanity Fair. Sam Esmail's film is a dreary, harrowing sit, and all more invigorating for it. Yeah. All right, so I did want to look at 2 key points in this movie. How did I write down 1238? What happens at 1238? No, that's not what I wanted. Oh, I must have messed up. Yeah, there was a scene where I'm not going to find it. I'll find it maybe in my review. I'll do a review to this. But there was like the animals outside the window that I wanted to see, and then this whole sequence was really freaky, man. It comes like at 56 minutes in. Ethan Hawke running away from the drone or the plane that was dropping the leaflets. Yeah, her character was really annoying. But overall, I'm glad that I watched it, and I'm happy that you guys joined me here on this Friday afternoon. I got to run out and go see The Boy and the Heron now. So thank you, Hourglass Vikings Pfeiffer, and I think Chris Schober joined us for a little bit there in the beginning, so thank you very much for that. Sorry if it lagged there for a few minutes. My stream said that everything was fine. Maybe it was just something in OBS. I don't know. I apologize for that, but we had it was quite the experience, and I'll have to sit on this and let it stew, because I think it may be one of the better films of the month, at least, for sure. All right, guys, thank you very much. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe. Hourglass says enjoy Boy and the Heron, James. Yeah, and I'll report back on that. Stay tuned later on today. My straight out of the theater reaction will be up on the channel for that. And I'll see you next time. Enjoy your weekend. You're watching Mirror Domains.